Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Boakai if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll give you a better life.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary at 12. My name is Hansen the Represent. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.
Of news from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Today is Wednesday, February 12, 2025. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah Naketa. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai suspends all government officials who failed to declare the assets within the required period. Our civil servant agency expected to take immediate action against suspended officials. Senate Bureau of the Alternative National Congress and its Senate comments voiced concerns regarding President Joseph Boakai's first year in office. Two of the Capitol building suspects suffered a legal blow at Criminal Code A, and away from Liberia, Ghana's former finance minister Ken Okofor-Atta has been declared a fugitive by prosecutors over his alleged involvement in multiple corruption cases within the government. These plus many more the news and sports, as well as the reading of the news bulletin, are all packaged for today's edition of the program News Desk. We'll take a break to be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Boakai if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll give you a better life.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected.
Many thanks for rejoining us at this point. We join Naketa Roberts, who will set the pace with the reading of the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Johnson. Good evening, everyone. In another drastic action, President Joseph Boakai has immediately suspended all government officials who failed to declare their assets within the required time frame. This action, according to the Executive Mansion, is in accordance with Article 2, Section 10.2H of the Act to amend Section 5.2 and Section 10.2 of the 2014 Code of Conduct, and follows the President Directive issued on November 27, 2024, granting a 10-day grace period for compliance. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LCC, has provided the list of non-compliance officials, and those listed are now suspended for a period of 1 month without pay or until they submit the required declarations. As part of this directive, all suspended officials must immediately turn over government assets to compliance heads of agencies, their designees, or authorized personnel within their respective institutions. The release added that the president remains steadfast in his commitment to good governance, integrity, and the rule of law. Public officials are reminded that assets declaration is not only a legal obligation but also a fundamental measure to promote transparency and restore public trust in government institutions. The release quotes President Boakai as reiterating that failure to comply with assets declaration requirements undermines national efforts to combat corruption and ensure accountability. Moving forward, he warned strict enforcement of local and ethical standards will continue to be a priority of his administration. The standard bearer of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummings, has voiced his concerns regarding President Joseph Boakai's first year in office. Cummings has emphasized that the current economic conditions have not improved significantly, leading to increased hardship for many families in Liberia. He pointed out that the administration should prioritize job creation, enhance education, agricultural development, and improve healthcare access as critical elements for revitalizing the economy. The ANC political leader urged the Boakai administration to take into account the existing economic hardship and to implement policies aimed at restoring the livelihood to the populace. He added he called for a collaborative approach involving the government, private sector, and civil society to devise sustainable economic strategies that focus on the welfare of all Liberians. At the same time, the standard bearer of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummings, has criticized President Joseph Boakai for the suspension of certain government officials, something he said should have been implemented over the 12-month period. As the Monrovia City Corporation officially opened Monrovia Week celebration on February 12, President Joseph Boakai calls on residents of Monrovia to adopt strategy and plan that will center on the growing population of the city, which is approximately 1.5 million. In a speech which was delivered on his behalf by the Minister of Information, Gerald McPia, President Boakai says the government recognizes the challenges that the city is faced with, to include waste management, urban congestion, and inadequate infrastructure, among others, but noted that through collective efforts, Monrovia can become better. The Liberian leader emphasized the need for collective efforts from all citizens to make the city of Monrovia inclusive, clean, safe, resilient, and sustainable in line with the UN Sustainable Goal number 11. President Boakai pledged his government commitment to working with the Monrovia City Corporation to build a capital city that stands as a beacon of progress, a source of power in Africa, and that's an attractive destination for visitors from around the world. For his part, the mayor of the city of Monrovia, John Charusefa, says the theme of this year's Monrovia Day celebration, the Monrovia we want, is a robust call to action, a call that encourages everyone to forge a city that sets the standard for inclusiveness and prosperity. Major Sefa says Monrovia Week transformed beyond celebration. Rather, it is a moment for civic reawakening, solidarity, and a recommendation for the sustainable development of your urban communities. He noted that this year, Monrovia Week will be a week of constructive engagement, criticizing and listening to the importance, the input of residents of Monrovia. Neighborhood Partner for Democratic Development has released one-year performance report on Unity Party administration, tracking 126 promises made by President Joseph Boakai. The report, according to NEMO Executive Director Eddie Jaulu, covers the government's progress in fulfilling its promises from January to December 2024. Jaulu said the report was conducted on the President Mentor Project, which provides an independent evidence-based assessment of the administration's achievement, challenges, and areas that required urgent attention. He disclosed that out of the 126 promises made, 5 were completed, constituting 4%, including key government and youth empowerment initiatives. 80 ongoing, constituting 65.5%, reflecting active efforts across various sectors. 22 not started, 17.5, 19 not rated due to limited access to information. According to Nemo Boss, the report evaluates government's commitment on 6 thematic pillars of the arrest agenda that include macroeconomic stability and infrastructure development. 72 promises tracked, 45 ongoing, 2 completed. He named Health, Watch, Environment, and Climate Change as 11 promises tracked, 10 ongoing. That's 10 ongoing, meaning it's not completed. He further revealed that in human capacity development, 13 not completed. Governance and rule of law, 15, 2 completed. Gender, youth, children, and social protection, 10. That's 1 completed. Fight against corruption, 5 tracked or ongoing. Liberia National Fire Service Director Wazuad Bawu has refuted claims over 650 gallons of fuel going missing from the warehouse of the institution. Liberian exile-based activist Martin Cully, in a social media post on Wednesday, raised alarm over 680 gallons of gas of fuel going missing from the warehouse of the entity, thus calling on LNFF director to swiftly respond to risk full exposure. But sharply reacting to Martin's claim on Wednesday in Monrovia, LNSF director Wawua Bawu disclosed that at no time has such amount of gas or fuel have been kept at the warehouse, terming the claim as false and misleading. According to him, some parts of this year, one of 2,190 got missing at the entity, something which led to a swift intervention, which found its chief of procurement, Corporal Morris Larrable. She further disclosed that following the investigation outcome, Madam Corporal Morris admitted to taking away the coupon, committing to pay back by installment. In an effort to enhance the establishment of the World Economic Crimes Court in Liberia, the West African Network for Peace Building, WAPNet, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Office of the Establishment of the World Economic Crimes Court. The MOU between the Civil Society Organization and the OWECCL marks a collaborative front in implementing the mandate of the OWECCL. The leadership of Shara community in Painesville has clarified reports from Maserati County District 4 Representative Mark stating that statement of carrying on rural rehabilitation and garbage removal in the community. The leadership, through Madam Deoda Davis Garnett, chairlady of the Shara community, said the statement made by the District 4 lawmaker during the recent district sitting of carrying on a major rural rehabilitation garbage removal in Shara community is false and misleading. According to her, they, as community leaders in collaboration with residents, have actively been engaged in extensive rural rehabilitation since December 2014 as part of their continuing commitment to improving transportation and ensuring road safety. Speaking at a media engagement on Tuesday in the community, Madam Garnett lamented that instead of the lawmaker removing the garbage from the community, it was relocated to the front, thereby causing blockage that caused water to overflow the entire area. The chairlady of Shara is therefore calling on Representative Market Thomas to desist from claiming ownership of projects already undertaken by residents themselves. Meanwhile, several residents of Shara community have lauded Madam Deoda Garnett for what they called her extraordinary leadership. The residents frowned at Representative Thomas for the recent statement that his office has been visible when it comes to rehabilitating roads. and the removal of garbage from the community. Former Finance Minister Samuel Tuer's 4 others are seeking a juror's trial instead of a bench trial. This follows Judge Roosevelt Willie's legal conference with the prosecution lawyers and defense lawyers with the objective of narrowing down the issues before full litigation. Defendant Tuer's lead lawyer, Counsellor Arthur Johnson, according to RSTR judicial correspondent, informed Judge Willie that they are withdrawing their previous application for a bench trial. Reasons for defendant Tuer and other change remain unknown, but report says they are not comfortable with Judge Willie alone taking charge of proceedings. However, Judge Willie has granted their request for jurors' trial and mandated prosecuting lawyers to surrender all pieces of evidence in their possession to the defense lawyer or that's on or before Wednesday, February 19, 2025. 2 of the 4 Capitol building suspects have suffered a legal blow at Criminal Court A. Judge Roosevelt Willie on Wednesday reaffirmed Magistrate Ben Barker's decision when he denied defense lawyers' applications to suppress evidence and return property. Judge Willie's February 12, 2025 ruling, according to RSTR judicial correspondent, said that Magistrate Barker was not in error to reject defense lawyers' request contrary to the defense team account. Our judicial correspondent further said defense lawyers took exception of Judge Roosevelt Willie's decision and is considering the Supreme Court intervention into the matter. Suspect Etaraj and Eric Sousa legal team filed a petition for summary proceedings against Magistrate Ben Barker before Judge Roosevelt Willie with the intent to overturn his decision. Defense lawyers claim that prosecuting lawyers obtained the evidence illegally, which implicated their clients to burning of the Capitol building. As such, Magistrate Barker was in error to deny their request to suppress evidence and return properties. The Civil Society Agency is expected to take an immediate action against suspended officials who have not complied with the asset declaration mandate issued by President Joseph Boakai. CSA, in a release, stated on Wednesday that those who remain non-compliant will be blocked from receiving their salaries for February 2025. The release noted that this blockage will persist until the necessary compliance is achieved. And out of Liberia, Ghana's former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta has been declared a fugitive by prosecutors over his alleged involvement in multiple corruption cases when he was in government. Ofori-Atta had left Ghana to evade investigations, and all necessary steps will be taken to bring him back, Special Prosecutor Kisi Ayabin said. That's RCR News Bulletin. Is back to Johnson.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
YouTube, True FM, 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Boakai if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep you later.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Henson Delta.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
Thanks to Naketa Roberts for bringing us the reading of the news bulletin here on Truth 96.1, and it is a regular feature here on News Desk. If you are just joining us in one of our top developments, President Joseph Boakai suspends our government officials who failed to declare their assets within the required period. Our civil servant agency expected to take immediate action against suspended officials. Let's bring you our first development here on the program. As the Monrovia TV Corporation officially opened Monrovia Week celebration on February 12th, President Joseph Walker calls on residents of the city of Monrovia to adopt strategy and plans that will cater to the growing population of the city. In a speech which was delivered on his behalf by the Minister of Information, Jerry Limikpia, President Walker said that government recognizes the challenges that the city faces to include waste management, urban congestion, and inadequate infrastructure, among others.
Malaysia has reached a phase of rapid growth and transformation. And second, with aims of growth that Monrovia will inherit must not be the Monrovia future. We must build a communal, safe, and more prosperous city for its own. The population of the city is not growing, and that's the size of more than 1.5 billion. This is a wake-up call about strategies implemented to keep up the growing population. We recognize the present challenges our great capital faces and include waste management, urban congestion, inadequate infrastructure, and practical concerns. But let me assure you, these challenges are not beyond us. Government administration and with the steadfast commitment of local people, we are working tirelessly to modernize and transform this big city into a thriving urban hub known as well-trained, environmentally sustainable, and economically vibrant in line with our new national development. The transformation of the media cannot be without the development alone. Brains, the participation of episodes, we have to take time to explain our goals, put into action, taking maturity, strategies, and programs that will make this system the best, one of the best. Actions towards transforming the movement with the years of sustainable development goals on the level, soon to make the city inclusive, safe, resilient, and clean and regular best. To see the leader is achievable, and the players are real good to support our security forces. That's first, and we'll be able to manage to look into office and concrete. As we celebrate the Monrovia Gold 2025, let's go into the call to action. To renew our prayer community to work together, innovate, and let us create a capital city that stands equal of fitness, souls of pride, for our nation, the greater infrastructure, and the great group of attractive growth creation of great economies around the world. Thanks and privilege of Monrovia. To Monrovia, where our children will walk on clean, well-lit streets, where Christian tribes and opportunities are, where our greatest project and our future is built on determination to the good spirit of renewal. I will officially declare Monrovia Week and attain the Monrovia Walk.
He is the Minister of Information, Jerry Limikpia, delivering a speech on behalf of President Joseph Walker during the start of Monrovia Week in Monrovia. For his part, the mayor of the city of Monrovia, John Safar, disclosed that the theme of this year Monrovia Week is the Monrovia One is a robust call to action. We sincerely apologize we cannot lay our hands on that episode, but we will bring you that episode in our subsequent broadcast. The standard bearer of the Alternative National Congress, Senator Cummins, as well as his concern regarding President Joseph Walker's first year in office. Cummins emphasized that the current economic conditions have not improved significantly, leading to increased hardship for many families in Liberia. He pointed out that the administration should prioritize job creations, enhance education, agricultural development, among others.
Say there needs to be a riveted focus on the economy, on improving the business environment in this country,
improving the perception of governance in this country. Those are things that I believe should be happening, we should be doing. But it answer those questions, I think Nigerians have to take responsibility to answer. I think better off to live in the world. So look, those are good headline numbers, and it is good and it's better that those numbers are going in the direction, the IMF, the World Bank, others suggest. So, I think that's a good thing. But again, the fundamental question with this is, are the Liberian people seeing the benefit of those numbers? I think the prioritizing the 50s, 60s, there was talk about growth, there was a book written, and maybe you're too young to remember those days. And so the question for us, Liberians is, those headline numbers are good, we have to applaud them, but is it filtering down to the Liberian people? Or is it just reflecting the fact that we're exporting more iron ore or more gold, so the extractive industries, right, are growing, and therefore GDP is growing? But is the average Liberian experiencing that? Are our policies impacting people? Our medical facilities, are we investing in primary health care in clinics? Are we investing in agriculture? So is the farmer feeling that 5% GDP growth? So those are the more questions. We want those numbers to be there, and that's a good thing. But we want to make sure the benefit filters down to the average Liberian teacher, farmer, healthcare worker, business person. That's the fundamental question. Again, I like going to decide whether or not we've seen the benefit of this economic movements.
He is the standard bearer of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummings, there speaking at a press briefing in Monrovia. At the same time, the standard bearer of the Alternative National Congress has criticized President Joseph Boakai for suspension of certain government officials, something he said should have been implemented over the 12-month period. Namopan Democratic Development had released one-year performance report on the Unity Party administration, tracking 126 promises made by President Joseph Boakai. The report, according to NAMO Executive Director Eli Jabulu, covers the government progress in fulfilling its promises from January to December 2024. He spoke in Monrovia.
What has been December 2024. This report has been added expected. We post on our page, and I don't want interested in the report. You just send an email address for over 4,000 requests. So it's the president meter. It basically provides independent, evidence-based assessment of the administration achievements, challenges, and urgent attention. So over the period of January to December, we tracked 126 promises of the president. Of this number, 5 promises are completed, constituting 4%, including issues around governance and youth empowerment. 80 promises, constituting 63.5%, are ongoing, reflecting active effort by the government across different sectors. 22 promises are constituting 17.5%, have not started, indicating gaps in implementation. 18 promises not rated, which constitute 15%, primarily because we have no access to information to make decisions on the promises. The promises are under 6 pillars of the arrest agenda. So macroeconomic stability, infrastructure development, we have 72 promises tracked, 45 promises are ongoing, 2 completed. Under period 2, health, works, environment, and climate change, we have 11 promises tracked, 10 promises are ongoing, non-completed. Under period 3, human capacity development, we have 13 promises tracked, non-completed. Under governance and rule of law, we have 15 promises tracked, 2 completed. Under period 5, gender, youth, children, and social protection, 10 promises tracked, 1 completed, 7 ongoing. The last is period 3, we track under fight against corruption. We have 5 promises tracked, all 5 promises are ongoing today.
He is the executive director of NAMO Partner for Democratic Development, the speaking. He also used the occasion to give several recommendations to the national government.
We'll make few recommendations. Now that the promises are already out, we recognize that the government is making some effort in economic stability, infrastructure development, youth empowerment, but also highlight slow-paced implementation around critical issues like education, healthcare, and anti-corruption measures. Major challenges include limited transparency, bureaucratic inefficiency, and delay in policy reform. To enhance governance and accountability, we recommend the following. One, accelerate the implementation of ongoing projects to transition into a completed project. Two, strengthen transparency mechanism to promote real-time audit on government commitment. Three, prioritize investing in education, healthcare, anti-corruption efforts. Four, enhance citizen engagement to ensure government accountability and responsibility. As Liberia continues its democratic journey, the report serves as a critical tool for policymakers, civil society, the media to advocate for stronger governance and inclusive development. NEMO urges the government to use these funding to drive policy reform and accelerate progress toward national goals. The report will be available in 5 minutes on our website. You can check www.naymota.com.
He is the executive director of NEMO Partner for Democratic Development, Eli Jawole, there releasing the one-year performance report of the New Party administration tracking 136 promises made by President Joseph Boakai. At this point, we join Erin Patafoyan, who will bring us the passion of last sports. Good evening.
Good evening, Johnson Gbarntolmah. Good evening, sports lovers. FIFA talent expert Stephen J. Myean is in Liberia on a 2-day visit and held meetings with the leadership of the Liberia Football Association along with the technical team. Myean, a former Arsenal player and a specialist in talent identification who served as head of England Football Association player selection and talent strategy until 2023, has come to assess the current environment, evaluate the status of their 16 talent identification program, and understand the LFA future ambition regarding TDS. While in Liberia, Myean will visit the TDS training ground and also pay a visit to the George Weah Technical Center in Kingsburg, Monterey County. Stay at the LFA FIFA talent coach Amin Najjar and his team members completed phase 1 of the LFA talent development scheme on a 12, 15 and on a 17 nationwide scouting initiatives. The team visited Monterey, Maigibi, Grand Cape Mount, Bapolu, Bomi, Bassa, Bunk, and Nimba counties, searching for talents to be enrolled into the LFA youth programs. Headed by Nathaniel S. Sherman Jr., the team will embark on phase 2 journey, beginning with Grand Jide, and will be extended to River G, Maryland, Grand Coup, Sino, Riverside, and Lofa counties. The reimbursement of the Gompa Sports Stadium in Nimba County is gradually taking a shape as planned, with the installation of a perforated pipes around the field, perimeter and drainage system across the playing surface to improve overall drainages. This project, funded by FIFA through the FIFA Forward program, is part of the LFA Football Development Plan to improve and develop football infrastructure in the country through the LFA FIFA Contract of Agree objective. The project is over US $600,000 and will include an artificial pitch, an underground water sprinkler system, stadium lighting, a generator, and roofing for the stadium stands. This means when the project completed, the people of Nimba County, Gunter City, will for the first time have an artificial turf in Gompa City, Nimba County, where the school-going kids and young talent will have the opportunity to play in that games. The Liberia Football Association First Division League will continue on Friday. Here are the fixtures for the matches of the weekend. Pinzo FC will welcome Heaven 11 in what believed to be Pinzo City debut at the SKD practice page. The match will kick off 16 GMT, 4 p.m. local time. On February 14, Valentine Day, Shatta FC and Global Farmer will meet at the Tusa Field at 18:30 GMT, 6:30 local time. Black Man Warrior will welcome the Facil at 1 p.m. on Sunday, 16 February at the Tusa Field. Big Mountain, who suffered a 3-2 defeat in their last fixture, will be away to Freeport FC at the Tusa Field with 3:30 the kickoff time. Watanga FC and Discovery Sports Academy will clash on at the SKD practice page in Pinzo. Matebaro, the Scotland side, will welcome Invincible 11 in what believed to be all traditional affairs. LPRC Audios and Liska will meet in the long-awaited Ghana's W at 6:30 p.m. And away from Liberia now, the UEFA Champions League qualifying continuing following Real Madrid 3-2 victory over Manchester City, PSG 3-0 victory over Brest, and Juventus 2-1 victory over PSV. Celtic and Bayern Munich stay goalless after 37 minutes of action. Feyenoord from Netherlands is up by a goal to nil against AC Milan. Monaco nil, Benfica nil, Club Brugge 2, Atalanta 1. That's it for the sports.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize.
Is a regular feature here on News Desk. In more developments in effort to enforce the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia, the West African Network for Peace Building has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Office for the Establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. The MOU between the two institutions marks a significant effort in implementing the mandate of the institution. The executive director of the Office of the Establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia is Councillor Gerald Bapu. He been explaining more after the signing of MOU.
Quickly take glory and forget about others who are an integral part of the success story. Also, the idea of exclusion is too much, meaning nobody else. Unfortunately, this office, the World Economic Crimes Court Office, is an office of inclusion with no tolerance for exclusion. I know there are people who will be blowing horns that they are the ones who did everything in this country to also be to where we are in terms of establishing a World Economic Crimes Court. There are others who will be shouting loud that if they were not there, we will never have peace in this country. But we forget that it was a coordinated effort, everybody playing their role. And in particular, the women of this country, the role they played, because without them, we will never have reached this stage. To even reaching this stage, I know the story that with all these women, disarmament, especially of the young ones, are going to be almost an impossible situation.
He is the executive director for the Office for the Establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia, Councillor Jala Bapu. They are speaking. Liberia National Fire Service Director Wasuwo Bafo has refuted claims of over 650 gallons of fuel going missing from the institution. His clarification comes after Liberian SRBs, that's activist Marty Collin, on Facebook made a post on Wednesday alarmed of 50 gallons of fuel going missing from the warehouse of the entity, that's calling on the institution director general to swiftly respond or raise full exposure, or sharply reacting to Martin's claim Wednesday in Monrovia. LNSF director Bafo disclosed that no time such amount of fuel got missing from the warehouse.
Unless there is portion of the national fresh. Actually, when we 650 gallons of fuel happening, and this all I know is sometimes that's where we can inform or listen to immediately we took action and send a case to the professional standard commission. There was a very clear, they were informed and put the chief of the people, corporate testimonies of line with the missing, the children, the movement, the parents, and the action happening to our and action was taken, the knowledge of the victim is very important about the outcome of the investigation. Considering about writing a letter, appealing the ministry of the
He is the LIS, the Liberia National Fire Service Director General. He is also Bafo there making clarity surrounding the missing or alleged missing of 650 gallons of fuel from the warehouse of the institution. Now, to this development here on the program, the leadership of Shara community in Painesville has clarified reports from Oswego County District 4 Representative Michael Thomas' statement of carrying on major renovation or road rehabilitation and garbage removal in the community. The leadership through Madam Diola Dennis or Diola Davis Garnett, chairleader of the community, said the statement made by the District 4 lawmaker during the recent district sitting of carrying on a major road rehabilitation and garbage removal in the Shara community is false and misleading. She spoke to RCI News recently.
The leadership of Shara community wishes to address false claims on road rehabilitation and garbage removal. Kansas City Shara community is committed to providing transparent and accurate information regarding ongoing infrastructure and sanitation projects. Recently, statement made by Honorable Michael Thomas. This statement, to some extent, is not true, and we thought to address the public through the media. We wish to clarify the facts for the public. Contrary to the claims that he rehabilitated our road is not true. We, the community leaders, in collaboration with the members of this noble community, have actively been engaged in extensive road rehabilitation from December 10, 2023 to date. These efforts are part of our continued commitment to improving transportation infrastructure and ensuring safer roads for all residents of Shara community. Similarly, allegations that garbage collection has been done by him, Honorable Michael Thomas, is also incorrect. Instead of removing garbage from the community, it was relocated from the back of the community to even the front face of our community, thereby causing blockage into our drainages and causing the water to overflow during the rain. And a lot of our community members became displaced because of his action, which of course we had to engage him continuously before he even came to even dress the trash behind. For you to authenticate that, you can even walk on the road and see that the garbage is still posted at the same location. He placed it. How then can he say that he removed garbage from Shara community? Today, we want to seize the opportunity to speak to the public that the honorable man, as honorable as he claims to be, he should do the honorable thing. If you know that you did not do a particular job, do not come to claim the glory. After the men and women of this noble community, we can give you pictorials to the facts.
She is the chairleader of Shara community in Painesville, Madam Diola Garnett, there making some clarity. Meanwhile, we also spoke to several residents of the area and they responded in this manner.
I just want to wait for the Almighty and make sure God came our air because we're having our first leadership here in not do anything together. The second tool, the same worst thing, the community, we all went together with Torgbean and we want you to be our leader. Because in the community, we see her, she mother, and she been there working, helping children in school, doing other things. So the community will understand her, so we took her to be our leader. And Mr. Garnett was there for us, facing the road. We all were on the road. As she said, we got tired. We all on the photo, then facing the road. Our children, we came on the road, facing the road to make the community to be a good community, Shara community. Then it got all angry. The road, it was horrible. I can say valuable and fixed. Because she using her own money when she's not in the office or lawmaker, she's a businesswoman, taking her own cash money, buying that, on the road, even coming and knocking our door to make the road to be a good road, which we cannot do well. She faced the road, he came, and she said, and I just what he did. He went to Red Hill and brought the red guy, where she see putting the crash right on the road.
There are some residents of Shara community in Painesville. They're speaking to RCI News and on heard the voice of the chairleader of the Shara community, Madam Diola Garnett, speaking to the press in Painesville. Taking us home on today's edition of the program News Desk. But as we take leave of you, a recap of our major developments. President Johnson suspends all government officials who failed to declare their absence within the required period. A civil service agency expected to take immediate action against suspended officials. The Senior Bureau of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummings, voiced concerns regarding President Joseph Boakar's first year in office. 2 of the 4 capital building suspects suffered that's legal blow at Criminal Code A. And away from Liberia, Ghana former Finance Minister Ken Akufo-Addo has been declared a fugitive by prosecutors over his alleged involvement in multiple corruption cases in the country. Love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making today's edition of the program the success. Thanks to Naketa Roberts, who brought for us the news bulletin, while Edwin Butterfly brought for us the partial online sports. Kopo Sangasara control and produce our sound, while Maya Torgbean behind the camera as usual. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah. I presented. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Boakai, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll keep your plate Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen the representative.
Welcome to News and Analysis, 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Works connecting those in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.